Citroën has always been quite an interesting brand, and I am happy that they're still in South Africa. Maybe it's because I have a personal and unique connection to the brand. But yeah, this kind of brought back some really good memories, and here's why. My very first vehicle was a Citroën C3. Now that was during the days when it was still a hatchback. Yes, as of late they've turned it into an SUV, and with me I have the Citroën Basalt, which is the C3 that was turned into a sporty coupe SUV. And I really do like it, but yeah, there's a reason why. You see, the C3 was my very first vehicle. It was the car that gave me independence. It was the car that I actually did my license in, passed my license in, had so many great memories with friends. It was the car that I took to university. It was just such a fantastic vehicle, and I loved it to bits. It was such a comfortable vehicle with comfortable suspension, great space. I jammed out to all my tunes in it because it had a great sound system. It was such a core part of my younger years. So when I got the opportunity to experience the Basalt, I was already quite excited, and I really got to experience that same love and excitement all over again, which is why I just love the brand. But without getting too soppy and telling you my whole life story, let's actually talk about the Basalt. When Citroën announced the Basalt, they had it in this gorgeous yellow color, and they had these massive wheels on it. And that's where I first fell in love with it, because I thought it was such a great decision from Citroën to give people an affordable coupe SUV, because people love those, but not everyone can afford a BMW, Audi or Mercedes. They took a great unique platform that has proven itself with a great engine that might be a bit raspy but also proved itself, and created the Basalt. Now the Basalt is a B-segment SUV with, like I said, coupe styling, but it's more like a sportback, and it really just looks quite phenomenal. I love the denim blue paint color. I actually like all of the gloss black trims with the chrome detailing, and then also down here like the rugged aesthetic to it. You also get full LED headlights as standard with LED daytime running lights. I also like these machine finished 16-inch alloy wheels. I would have loved the bigger ones that you saw in the previous images, and also I would have liked the yellow paint color because I think the combination would have overall just looked so great. But what we all want to know about is what is under the hood, what powers the Basalt. Now it's a 1.2 litre turbo motor with 81 kilowatts of power, 205 newton meters of torque from a 3-cylinder. But what's most impressive is that it has a 6-speed automatic transmission. And that's kind of what I like so much about the Basalt. The fact that it has a turbo motor and a non-CVT gearbox. And that's not really something you get from vehicles in the same price range or class. So I find that combination to be super special and super perfect. Now this motor does sound quite raspy, and not a lot of people like that. But like I said, a 3-cylinder, it's not that bad. It really does perform well, and I can make do with the noise because the overall performance is perfect for this size of vehicle. It can keep up with traffic and return around 5.1 litres to the 100. Just note that Citroën claim 6.5 litres to the 100, but I have been averaging 5.1. Around the back, I really think that Citroën nailed the design. Straight off the bat, I love the coupe-like aesthetic to it. I like that you get a bigger boot. I appreciate that the styling's not too aggressive. It is chunky, and it is kind of SUV-like. I would have loved if it had the bigger alloy wheels though, but to be honest, it doesn't kill me too much. It's still a great wheel design and a great overall aesthetic. I do like the big taillight design, and I love how they have these cutouts. It just looks so cool. Then over here you'll notice they've got this nice decal that runs between the taillights. Now it is actually just a piece of vinyl, but I think it looks so cool. Love the big Citroën badges and the big Basalt badge. But let's move on to the boot now, because this thing is absolutely humongous. You actually get 470 litres of boot space because it's like a shooting brake. This laptop bag is just for reference, but it helps you see how big this overall size is. It is so very impressive, especially at this price point. And I do think it's one of the standout features on this vehicle. Now, this being a Citroën, you do get some quirks like this physical handle that you do get, but then also this quite robust pull tab in the boot. You do get a reversing camera, but how it's fitted and how it protrudes I do find quite interesting. Another quirk would be on the key. So you get the latest 2026 logo, which is a refreshed version of their old logo. But then on the car, you get the previous generation logo. For now though, let's take a look at the interior. So yes, Citroën have kept with the quirky, cool, angular designs, and they really did do a lot to this cabin to make it feel super funky, fresh, and youthful. You will notice down here you have a nice physical shifter here for your transmission. I do like the robustness of it. Instead of giving it colored LEDs, they gave you this coral orange that runs throughout the cabin, down here as well, and even here in the seats. In this top spec model as standard, you do get cruise control, a nice leather wrapped steering wheel, some audio controls as well, some minimal gloss black, but overall it's a nice steering wheel. The problem I have with it is it only goes up and down and not closer to the driver. Down here you have some cup holders, but they are more a suggestion of a cup holder because there's not a lot of, I don't know, protection to hold an actual drink in. It falls out quite easily. There's no wireless charger, but you do get a standard USB point over there and a socket. Down here you have a coin slot and yes, a physical handbrake, which is nice for slidey stuff. Then you also get a climate control over here with an automatic function, some nice big switches and everything. I think it's quite cool. Some nice gloss black treatment, some big wide vents over here, and a big infotainment screen. Now, although there are some unique design elements and some LED ambient lighting throughout the cabin, the problem is it is a sea of hard plastic, so just be aware of that. Although nothing screeches, nothing crackles. The infotainment screen is a 10.25-inch HD screen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and a reversing camera. Then over here you've got a 7-inch TFT display for your digital cluster, which is quite cool. I also like that you can change the theme of that. However, what I don't like is, and it's a quirk, is this is either black and gray or it can be like a brownish tint, but then this is like a different colored blue and a different color orange, and this orange doesn't match this orange. So it is quirky, but it's something you can live with. You do get electric windows all round and 6 airbags in the top spec model. I do like the grey seat design with this coral bit and the Citroën embroidery. I love the overall look of them. They are super comfortable and height adjustable. And at the back you get plenty of legroom, some nice seat pockets, aircon vents, 2 USB-C points. I just love that they give you more in this car than in some other more expensive vehicle. The plush seat design and color graded seats with these patterns continue at the back. You also get an armrest with cup holders and a slot for a mobile phone. Impressive! Overall, I really do love the Basalt, and it's given me everything I missed from my younger days.